1737 to 1816, was a leading Miami chief during the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Son of the turtle, Pacanne, he was the brother of Tecumseh, who was the mother of Chief Jean-Baptiste Richardville. Their family owned and controlled the Long Portage, an 8-mile strip of land between the Maumee and Wabash rivers used by traders traveling between Canada and Louisiana. Pacanne, Pecumseh, was probably the nephew of Coldfoot, the Miami chief of Kikionga, until a smallpox epidemic took his life in 1752. One of the earliest references to Pacanne comes from Captain Thomas Morris, who had been sent by the British to secure Kikionga, Witanen, Vincennes, and Kaskaskia following Pontiac's rebellion. At Fort Miamis, near Kikionga, 2 Miami warriors dragged him to the village and tied him to a pole with the intent of executing him. This may have been a staged event, signaling Pacanne's assumption of leadership. As a chief and businessman, Pacanne traveled extensively, visiting villages as distant as Vincennes, Fort Detroit, Quebec City, and Fort Niagara. While gone, Kikionga was managed by Tecumseh and her son, as well as by nearby chiefs Little Turtle and Gris. Pacanne's frequent absence led to some misunderstandings that Gris was his superior. In autumn of 1778, during the American Revolution, Pacanne accompanied British Lt. Governor Henry Hamilton down the Wabash River to recapture Vincennes. There, he told Piankashaw chiefs Young Tobacco and Old Tobacco, who had supported the rebelling Americans, to pay attention to Hamilton. Following a November 1780 raid on Kikionga by a French colonial militia under Augustin de la Baume, he openly declared support for the British. Referring to the colonial French, Pacanne said, "You see our village stained with blood, you can think that we are not going to extend a hand to your friends who are our enemies. You can understand that if we find you with them that we will not make any distinction." Following up on this threat, the Miami of Kikionga requested aid in attacking Vincennes. The attack never occurred because the British aid never came. British commander Arent de Peyster singled out Pacanne's loyalty, saying they shared the same mind regarding the war. After the American Revolution, Pacanne worked as an emissary between the new United States and the Miami Confederacy. In August 1788, however, a band of Kentucky men led by Patrick Brown attacked a Piankashaw village near Vincennes and escaped. Although Major Hamtramck promised to punish the invaders, he was powerless to actually do so. When Pacanne returned to Vincennes and learned of the attack, he broke off communications with Hamtramck and returned to Kikionga. The next several years saw many major battles between the United States Army and the native nations in what has become known as the Northwest Indian War. Consequently, it was the target of American expeditions, leading to Hardin's defeat, Harmar's defeat, and St. Clair's defeat. These conflicts ended with the Battle of Fallen Timbers and the Treaty of Greenville in 1795. Miami War Chief Little Turtle attended and signed the treaty on behalf of the Miami, but Pacanne did not attend, instead sending his nephew, Chief Richardville. Even so, the chiefs encouraged compliance with the treaty, and opposed younger leaders, specifically Tecumseh, who continued to lead resistance against the Americans. Pacanne moved to a village near the mouth of the Mississippi River, near present-day Peru, Indiana. He actively sought better relations with the new United States, and remained neutral at the onset of the War of 1812. But after American retaliation for the Fort Dearborn massacre, Pacanne again allied with the British. Pacanne died in 1816 and was succeeded by his nephew, Jean-Baptiste Richardville.